Yes. Everything seems to be working great. So we don't need to just get to know each other because it takes time and we have just a limited period of time for these activities. So yeah, I have just gathered some notes, and also you can just use your own experiences and opinions so that in this webinar we can learn from each other and update our information so that on the real exam we won't be taken by surprise. And yeah, so first of all, I ask you some questions, and also you can ask or pose questions, and let's learn from each other. Okay, so what is the dominant accent in the IELTS listening section?
British.
British. Yeah, this is the dominant accent, so don't expect that actually the recording is played to you in an American accent. And so this is perhaps the most important thing you need to know before just being exposed to the material. And is the material and also the format different in two modules? I mean, academic and general modules?
There are just some differences in some sections.
What do you mean? Could you be more specific?
Like in writing section, they will give you essays.
No,
and all.
we are focusing on the listening section.
No. There's no different in.
Yeah. So this webinar is exclusively related to the listening section of your IELTS exam. So there is no variation or change between the two modules. I mean, academic and general, they have the same format, the same number of questions, and everything is almost the same. Not almost, but exactly the same, actually. So how much time do you have for this section?
40 minutes.
40 minutes, that's right. And let me see. There is a kind of division in terms of that into that 40 minutes. So you have 30 minutes to actually listen to the recordings and 10 minutes to use your answers or transfer your answers from the actually from your notes on the question paper to the answer sheet. Okay, and these are the things that you must know before just heading to the IELTS session, I mean exam session. So let me see. And you must listen and write your answer on the questions, let me just paper at the same time. Okay. When the recording is played to you, you can take notes. You must actually take notes at the same time, and then after that you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the question papers to the answer sheet. And yeah, let me see. And how many times is the recording played to you?
Once.
Only once.
Yeah.
First time.
Yes.
First time play for example. Next time play continuous, not a repeat.
Yes, your voice is rather weak to me. I barely understand what you say because I think you're rather far away from the mic. I mean, Jeet, so I think others have the same issue. Yes, it's much better. What did you say?
First time play as example, and second time play continue.
Okay, and let me see. After the recording ends, you will be given exactly, as I said, 10 minutes to transfer your information, your answer. And for each set of questions, there is a word count, which is somehow rather problematic, and also it arouses so many questions and controversy, let's say. So generally you have 2 words and 1 number, of course, generally, not always, in order to answer the question. But to be more specific, let me see. Of course, you're given the instructions, the precise instructions. There are 4 possibilities. You can write 1 word only for each answer, or write 1 word and 1 number for each answer, or write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer, and also write no more than 3 words for each answer. So and also you are this is completely or clearly clarified to you before just attempting to answer the questions. And let me see what else. And what can you take with yourself on the day of exam? I mean, the objects or things. Can you take your mobile, cell phone?
No, I don't
I-
think
No,
so. It's
no in
allowed to
exam
take your phone.
Yes.
I think only passport and water bottle
A
and your
pencil,
pencil.
eraser, and your ID card, your let's say examination number, identification, and so far so good.
And a notebook to write everything down, I guess.
Yeah, you can write your notes on the question papers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you don't need to take any specific piece of paper, because actually there is enough room for you to take notes on that, and you don't need to be very precise about your notes, because actually they are your own notes, and only your answer sheet is scored.
I see now.
And review a question before the recording. Yeah, let me see. You will have time to review the questions before the recording is played. And also, if the word you write, what happens if your answer is spelled incorrectly on your answer sheet?
The answer would be considered as
Wrong. Your answer is wrong. Is considered wrong or deemed wrong. So you need to just pay attention to your spelling, or also if, for example, you spell one word incorrectly, so your attempt will be in vain or abortive. So what about the different 4 sections of this section? There are 4 sections and 40 questions, as mentioned before. First of all, in section 1, usually there is a conversation in everyday social situation, and section 2, a monologue in an everyday social context. Section 3, a conversation among up to 4 speakers in an academic context. And the last section, a monologue on an academic or educational subject. So it's really important for you to just, as I said, expose yourself to these materials. On our website, there is a particular category, English presentations, and this is completely free for all. And there are up to 53 presentations, English presentations. Just you can control F, because there is there are so many categories, and you just actually locate English presentations, and there are podcasts for them, and this category is open access. So you can listen to up to 53 presentations, and the topics are also actually academic. And if you are interested, you can also just send us your presentations, and we will just upload them and publish them in your own name. So what about the variety of tasks? There is multiple choice, short answer questions, sentence completion, form, note, summary, diagram, chart, table completion, diagram, plan, map, labeling, and also matching. That's why there are a variety of, let's say, a variety of instructions. Sometimes you need to write just one word, 2 words and a number, 3 words, and so on and so forth. So these are the most important things or components, elements that you must be aware of. And the overview of this let's say section. And in terms of the chronological order, you must know that this section comes first before the other sections of your IELTS exam, as you know. Okay, so before apart from the let's say elements or building blocks of this section, what else should you know to improve your listening comprehension? How do you try to improve your listening comprehension?
I think.
Yes, Ali Rizam?
I think just listening and just listening.
Mm-hmm. Listening to what? Mm-hmm.
Listen to English podcast, English conversations, and many others
Mm-hmm.
in English language.
Yes, yeah, podcasts can help you tremendously, and also conversations, because actually this is exactly what happens, in this section. So there are both monologues and dialogues. So what's the difference between a monologue and dialogue? Who knows?
A dialogue is a conversation between two people, and a monologue is just someone trying to express their idea across an audience.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah. Mono means one. Di means two, as you said. And Shema, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, this is the same thing I want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, again, actually on our website there are over 100 academic posts with podcasts and flashcards. And also you have this chance that if you become a registered student, actually you can select any text, even one word or up to actually one paragraph or the complete text, and our installed machine will read that part out to you, and you can improve your listening comprehension on demand in the best way ever and in a completely natural voice. So you need to immerse yourself in English. What does that mean when you immerse yourself in English? And also Hazim Nafi is so silent. One of the rules in our webinars is that you cannot be silent. You cannot be a consumer. You need to speak. We don't need listeners here. Okay. So how can you just immerse yourself in English? This is a term that we are frequently exposed to, and we just frequently listen and watch. What's the meaning of immersion? English immersion. Who knows?
I think fully involved.
Good.
Get totally involved.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you need to get involved. You need to expose yourself to English in one way or another. Doesn't matter, by reading actually many things, many texts, novels, and news. By listening to many podcasts, as Reza said, and and also by communicating with your pen pals or pen friends. Who is a pen friend or pen pal?
Someone you meet
Communicate with you frequently. I don't
Yes.
know how to express this.
Yes, you're right. Pen friend or pen pal is one of your friends online these days, particularly, and you correspond to that person generally these days online through the internet to improve your language proficiency. It could be English, it could be French, any second or foreign languages, and we call it also language partner. And in this channel, we have a text channel. In this server, we have a text channel, English Partners. And in order to prevent the, let's say, intrusion of spammers, I have given and installed some, let's say, rules for each text or video channel. So you can use this feature and ask for the role, and I will give you the role for that English Partner text channel, and you can just get to know each other more and use this channel, use each other to improve your English, and also if you're an IELTS candidate. So this gives you this chance to improve your let's say speaking and writing, reading, the 4 skills. And so if you like, you can request that a role, English Partner. And and this class is free always, and it's going to be, so I really recommend using this feature, and also letting each other learn from each other in the most interactive way, and particularly through webinars. Okay. Yes.
Can I have a question?
Sure.
Does a pen pal have to be like a language partner, or it can be something?
Very good. Yeah, we hear our voice from Hazim Nafi's side. If possible, please wear headphones, because actually there is the echo of voices from your side. I can hear myself from your side. So you can, thank you. Or whenever you don't speak, you can just mute your mic. That is a good question. Pen friend, specifically for language partnership, but it could be used or for other, let's say, subjects or fields of study, for example, biology. But why is it so crucial when it comes to language learning? Because language learning requires so much interaction. Suppose take the case of biology. You don't need to have so much interaction with others. You can self-study and improve your knowledge. But when it comes to language, a foreign or second language, you need to speak. It's not just memorizing some words or grammar points. You need to just practice it. So practice makes perfect. And therefore, I think pen friend or pen pal specifically, but not exclusively, applies to language learning.
I see. Thanks for the answer.
You're so welcome. And
I have a question.
yes, please.
It is like if you make in listening, you write an answer, and it's like you write noise with capital N, and the answer sheet says it is small n. So will it consider be wrong, or is it still?
No. You can write your answers in either upper or lower cases, so it doesn't actually make a big difference. But the spelling should be correct.
Okay.
Okay, so it could be either in upper or lower cases. And also you need to write with a pen, with a pencil, not a pen. You know, with a pencil.
Sorry, we are hearing some echo in your side there, Ali.
Yeah, Ali Reza, I think. That's okay. He managed it. So, because the answer sheet is corrected with a computer, and the computer only detects writings in pencils. And also, if you're interested, this is a suggestion. If you're interested, you can have cooperation with us on our website, and everything actually is written with your name, because we are number one in teaching Persian online. If you just Google it, you will notice that. And you could teach your own mother tongue in your own name and actually charge your students online without any commission or any intrusion or interference from our side. You can act as if actually LELB Society is your website. And so far we have up to 8 freelancers, and I'm not the only writer or author at LELB Society. And for example, you can teach Indian, you could teach, I don't know, Chinese or anything, and charge your students individually. And also all of your works are published in your own name. And this is just a suggestion. And remember, you will go famous on Google, and you can just search for many people, for example Hajar Aziz Zanjani, and there are as I said, up to 8 people working on our community and earning so much money. If you're interested, you can just review the Join Us page on top of the website. And also it is rewarding, and you don't need to spend so much time. It is online. There is no risk of contracting the coronavirus. And just if you're interested, let me know about that. And also, you can ask for any role in this Discord server to just expand what you can do here. Do you have any further question, recommendation, anything, or criticism?
I will be fine teaching other language online, but I'm not proud of my teaching ability yet.